Well, we are BigIron Auctions and BigIron Realty. Half the company sells farms and half the company sells equipment, right? Now, the equipment side of the company has gotten a lot more popular than the real estate side of the company. Several of us here, me and John, work real estate. Mark works real estate. But the reason the auction side of the company, the equipment side, got more popular than the realty side is because people sell 15,000 tractors, discs, or combines compared to one farm, right? So everybody is interested in the tractors, 100%, combines, discs, and so we have the benefit of having BigIron Auctions bring the interest to the realty side of the company. And we're currently licensed and sell farms in the Midwest states, 8 Midwest states. We're going to show you a little bit about a farm we have coming up for sale here just 2 hours east of here at Terre Haute. Okay? Welcome. Abby's going to do the switching for me. All right. Go on to the next one. I don't like that slide. Land survey reporting districts. Where is your land? Of course, this is the state of Illinois here. We're also going to show you Indiana on the next slide. Okay. So how many folks own some land in this state right here? Think taxes are high in Illinois? In Nebraska, in Madison County, Nebraska, flat, beautiful, pivot irrigated farm. The taxes this year went over $100 an acre, $16,000. There's no buildings on it. Typical taxes where I'm from in Platte County, Nebraska are $50, $60, $70 an acre. So I was talking to some farmers earlier complaining the taxes here in Illinois are getting high. Gosh, it's just hard to be empathetic, even though I understand we got to keep them low, but in Nebraska it's gone goofy high. Okay, so going to get a clicker. When we sell farms for people, one of the number one things they say is, I'm not going to sell my farm because capital gains are, I'm going to have to pay half of it to Uncle Sam. I'm going to give half of it to Uncle Sam. I hear that in coffee shops all over. But it's not true. Capital gain rate taxes are down here at 20%, and we're going to have our estate planner, Kurt, tell you that if you sell it in a certain way, you might be able to get 15%, which is the lowest tax rate, right? But look back here in 1977, the taxes were 39.9%. 40%. That means if you sold the farm for $11,000 an acre and you only paid $1,000 for it, you were going to be paying $4,000 an acre tax. Now, if you do the math today, it depends on your situation, and he's going to tell you about it. If you inherit the farm, a lot of times you're not going to pay much capital gain taxes. But let us show you, let us introduce you to some accountants that can show you what your capital rate, tax rate's going to be. It's not going to be as bad as you think it is, okay? And there's things we can do to get past that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Abby. Okay. So capital gain rate taxes are still comparatively low, right? Compared to what they were. But I want you to leave here knowing that they're not 50%, okay? Thank you, Abby. So notes about land sales. The all average land sales in the Midwest, land values have dropped 3% a year. And that's pretty much across all of the farm belt. Last year in the Midwest, 53% of sales were cash. So believe it or not, people are coming to these purchases with cash, right? 43% used a mortgage. Now, some people get a mortgage or go borrow money to buy a farm. They use it as a way to have a deduction. Like, I could pay cash, but I'm going to leave my money in the market, in the stock market, but I'm going to get a loan, and I'm going to pay interest because the interest rate is deductible, okay? 78% were to active farmers, ranchers. We still sell most of our farms to active farmers and ranchers. In the past couple years, we've seen the investors come to the market, but once that farm gets to be less than 3% return, the farmer's buying it. Farmers are willing to put up with 1.5%, 2% return on their investment. An investor isn't. And with the other investments that an investor has available to them, you could see why they would not be willing to settle for a 3% return or less. Abby? So here are things to watch for. Value of the dollar. Exports, including both crops and livestock. Boy, that's been in the news lately. Consumption of fuel. The ethanol mandate. Interest rates. Wild cards are major world conflicts. Disease outbreak. And what's missing off this slide? What's missing off this slide right here that's affecting land values? Anybody got it? We hear about it every day in the news. Give me it. Guess? Hit the next slide. He said it. Tariffs. Okay? That's affecting values. All right? All right, let's go into the next slide. Things to watch for: input costs, fuel, fertilizer, seed, and equipment. Boy, when corn hit $7 a bushel here back in 2014 and 15, the inputs followed it right up, right? Mr. Farmer, I farm a little bit, a couple hundred acres back in Platte County, Nebraska. As soon as Mr. Farmer's making money, everybody's like, hey, we can charge more. So the seed corn, fertilizer, everything went up. Now it's kind of went back down a little bit. So Mr. Farmer's stuck making what he's going to make, right? Capital gains taxes are as low as they have been and will likely increase. If you sell your land, you've got no more real estate tax and no management hassle. Okay? Next slide. Land values have decreased in the past 3 years. Commodity prices are negative. Values are beginning to level off. I don't know if you've noticed it, but land values dropped here a few years back and they just stayed the same, especially the good land, right? So I think one of the reasons land hasn't dropped in value big time is because there's not a lot of it for sale. So if you're thinking of selling your farm, it's a good time to do it. There's not a lot of farms on the market right now. More outside investors are in the market. If you sell your land again, no more real estate taxes and no management hassles. List your farm with BigIron Realty. We've got a number of agents. What we do is we go look at your land. We don't shoot from the hip. A lot of people call us up and say, hey, would my farm bring $10,000 an acre? We're not going to say that over the phone because we got to see your farm. One farm in a section could be worth $10,000 an acre, and the one across the fence could be worth $8,500. Why? Might have a pond on this one. Soil types mean everything. Farmers are very, very smart people. They're not going to pay $10,000 for soil types that only bring $8,500. So we study the soil types. We figure out what type of soils are on your farm and hope you have the $10,000 farm. But for us to tell you over the phone, your farm is worth $10,000 an acre, it really isn't very good business, right? Poor business practice. We develop a marketing plan that's specialized to your farm. We're so excited to be able to bring you our marketing to your farm. As I said earlier, 15,000 tractors, disc combines to one farm. So farmers are like my dad. My dad's 75 years old. You're not going to call up my dad or anybody that's 75 farming and say, what's your email address? First of all, he don't know it. Second of all, you're going to say, what's your mobile number? He goes, I ain't giving you my mobile number. Click, hang up. BigIron has them. We have your email address. We have your mobile number. We protect that security big time. But what does it pay off for you when you sell your farm with BigIron? We have all the people around your area that buy equipment. People that buy equipment buy land. So there's no other real estate company out there that has 236,000 registered bidders that they can bring to your farm. Sold a farm in lower part of Kansas. We had 12 states bidding on it, and it ended up bringing twice as much as what the family wanted for it because we had 12 states bidding on it. 12,000 people watched the auction that day. When's the last time you saw 12,000 people at the VFW hall at your land auction? And believe you me and John Buell, Mark Stock, we've done a lot of traditional land sales where we get 70 people in a room. You have 70 people in a room. How many people have been to a land auction like that? Very good. Guess what? There's 3 people bidding. The rest of the people are there to have a cup of coffee and a donut and to figure out what their net worth is, how much they're worth. Like I got a farm down the road 3 miles. I wonder what I'm worth. So at BigIron, we've got 12,000 people in the room. Next slide, Abby. We solicit, write, and present offers. Accept an offer. Order inspections. We do all this. Order title insurance. Closing agent, we prepare all the documents. You don't have to do anything but sign papers. What do we end up with? A satisfied seller. Now I want to tell you about a farm we're selling coming up just 2 hours east of here. Just east of Terre Haute, Indiana. We sold a farm. We had some farm machinery, and is Scott Rubik here and his people? Anyway, Scott Rubik, Jay Smith, Gerald, everybody participated in having a fan-damn-tastic sale for this guy. His retirement sale totaled $100,000 more than what he was hoping. So he says, I want to sell my land on BigIron. So therefore, we've got 10 tracts selling at auction, 1,600 acres. Bidding opens September 5th and closes September 19th. And this seller is very comfortable with us because they hired us to sell their equipment, right? What's exciting to you folks about this farm? It's selling unreserved to the highest bidder. No matter what that farm brings, it's selling. Abby? So we're going to go through a little bit about this. Some testimonials. Oh, go to our website, BigIronRealty.com. Or we got Realty over here. We got another booth, Realty. Coming soon next year, we're going to have the Realty booth and the auction booth both together in the same tent. But for the last few years, we've kept them separate so people know we sell farms. This is a testimonial. Let me just tell you, if you don't have any testimonials, folks, put some in your file because it makes your day when you read nice things about yourself. But I'm not going to read. My mom doesn't like it when I brag about myself. But these are people that are happy with our service. Go on to the next slide. Testimonials, testimonials. I have followed Big Iron for years. I sold both my land and equipment through Big Iron online auctions. It made sense to hire a company with such enormous marketing power. Roger and Kay Peters. Thank you for attending. We're going to turn this over to my buddy, Mr. Kurt Ferguson.